It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Full black today.
I'm going to say a full moon. It kind of feels like it's been a full moon for a long time if you go by my equations and my equator. My equator's a little tilted.
You have an equator?
My equator is so tilted right now. I feel so sorry for my whole crew and you today.
We didn't do a morning show today. Stop texting me. Yes, there was no technical difficulties. We had
dawn difficulties.
We had a dawn meltdown today. We couldn't do certain things, but we wish Mom all the health in the world. We're going to find out what that's all about. We're going to keep a close eye on that, and we'll go from there. But nonetheless, we have continued with the meetings and everything else that we are doing. We are delighted to have a new friend in the house, another new friend in the house, and two Magillas over there in the corner.
Remember the commercial? It was a cartoon, Magilla Gorilla. He was this big purple gorilla. Every time you say that's what I think. It's either that or the Jewish Megillah, and that's when you read it on Purim. And I know you're not referring to that. I guess you're Jewish.
Did she say porn? Did you say porn?
Purim.
You said porn?
Purim.
What is Purim?
Purim is a holiday. You're such a sick
You see, you got
mind.
me on the first line.
I got you on the puh.
No, Purim. He heard the same thing, porn, right?
Purim. My Jewish cohort over there. Every time he says Megillah, it's either Megillah Gorilla or I think Purim and it's reading of the Megillah, and you don't know either one, so we keep going.
I know Megillah and I know porn. The other one,
and there you
86,
go.
I don't
and you
know.
put the J in ghetto. I get ya.
Put the J in ghetto. Still trying to figure that one out.
8 by, I gotta measure. That's still the best one.
You know, they make fun of my English. They say I say the funniest thing. When you measure something, you know it's 8 feet tall, right? So you go, it's 8 by whatever, right? 6 feet whatever. Because I don't know how wide it is.
No, most people go 8 by 6, 2 by 4. He goes 8 by, I gotta measure is the text.
Pick up your mic. I was going to wait till you're drinking the coffee and blah. Oh, look who's here now.
And life with Freddie is all I can tell you.
But this is the fun we have here. Oh, look who's in the house.
Hello, our Healing Moments person is here.
It
Tracy
is
McDonough in the house.
Purple and beautiful. And how are you?
How are you?
They put a mic and everything there for you. Awesome. So you all sit up because my Dawn friend, my new Dawn friend over here, she doesn't.
Tracy meet Dawn. We make it very easy. You don't have to remember names here.
Yes.
Nope, make it very simple. We've got our friends over there from, we got Serge, we got Amit, SoFlo DJs, and what else are we calling you? The Unemployment Woes, and you have a guest with you today.
Unemployment Woes, Infinite Reps Method. And you have Jamie here.
I'm Jamie from Kava Sutra.
What is Kava Sutra?
So Kava Sutra is a kava bar, and we have locations all throughout the United States, 9 here in South Florida. We have 2 in New York City. We have 2 in Colorado and 1 in Arizona. So kava is like a new up-and-coming thing from all types of Polynesian islands like Fiji or Vanuatu, and we've had our locations open for about 12 years now. We started, and basically what kava is a root, and it comes from Vanuatu or Fiji or South Pacific Islands, any Polynesian island, and it gives your body like a super relaxing vibe. It sedates, and it's totally like not, it doesn't impair your vision or your sight. You can drive, and it's really cool.
And it's made from this root and dates. Now there's kava and then there's kratom.
Yes.
Right? There's two different roots?
Yes. So kava is a root, which comes from a shrub, and then kratom is a leaf that comes from a plant in a tea. And both of them are made very differently, and they're 2 very different drinks. So kratom is going to give you more of like an energy buzz, a feel good, but it does not have any caffeine in it. So it's like a natural caffeinated plant. And then there's kava, which is relaxing and sedative, but not enough to make you not being able to drive home, or you can call your mom, do your homework, go to school, whatever you got to do. So it's pretty cool. It's like the, upper and downer of the natural earth.
We did a show once, about 2 years ago?
Well, before you get into that, we did a show. We did a show where they had someone drink this for. Becky did it for an hour.
Yep, that's
For
what
an
I was
hour.
going to say.
It was like a
And what they
challenge.
did was
Yes.
it was a challenge,
Wow.
and they drink it, and
Her mouth went numb.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
it went numb from the nose down.
And by the end of the show, she was up.
She couldn't talk. She
When
couldn't
you're-
talk no
when
more.
you're-
And this was on radio.
When you're on
On live
radio,
radio.
television, it's really difficult not to be able to talk. So I said, she's got to be faking. So we had the same company come up to the cafe. Remember that?
Yep.
And I said, what the hell's wrong with my mouth?
Oh, you were
Remember?
like,
It was, well, first of all, it has a very distinctive taste.
It
Jason, have
does.
you ever had
It's
it?
very, very earthy.
No, is it considered an adaptogen?
Really? I think if you drink it enough, you adapt to it.
Yeah.
I don't know what that word means.
So there's a lot of herbs that are considered natural adaptogens. So meaning that when you drink them, they adapt to the stressors in your body. So
Yes.
if you're very stressed, it helps to relax you. If you're very tired,
yes.
it helps to it helps to enhance and weaken.
Yeah,
you a little
so
bit.
basically the kava, to depend on whether it's quality or not quality, it has kava lactones in the root, and the kava lactones, they affect different parts of your brain, whether it's your serotonin, your dopamine. You can have more of a clear-minded, more clear-minded thoughts and stuff like that. But it has a reverse tolerance. So like what they were saying, with the person drank kava for an hour, you kind of want to like drink a lot at first in order to feel the benefit from it. And then, the longer you drink kava, the less you'll need, which
Yeah.
is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's like an adaptogen. So like ashwagandha is like that. Those are all natural adaptogens that we get from the earth, things that Mother
Yes.
Nature has given us everything we need.
Exactly.
I say it every day.
It's beautiful.
So, and then the basic question then, Tracy, let me ask you, is it something healthy for the body?
Anything from, sorry? I don't know. Does it affect does it probably, well, most adaptogens do. So what happens is our bodies, just like cannabis, our bodies have cannabinoid receptors.
Right.
We are part of the earth. We were born here, and so are all the natural plants. So everything pretty much that is given to us on earth, just like everything in moderation, is really good for us. It will enhance our physical, mental, and emotional being in some way.
So the first one you said was cannabinoid. What is it? Cannabinous?
They've got kratom and they've got kava.
Yes,
But
kratom
Okay, so
and kava.
kava I know. Kratom, what
you've
is
had it.
what?
You had it.
No, I did not. You always do this to me.
Yeah.
I did not have it. I would have forgotten if I had it.
Wait till you taste it. You'll have no forgetfulness.
Okay, so what's the difference between the two?
Okay, so kava is relaxing, sedative. Some might use it to help with sleep, a social relaxation type of drink. Kratom is something that, I would recommend for someone like you wake up, instead of having coffee, you can have a cup of kratom tea. And it gives you the same benefits as coffee, minus all the caffeine. So, you come to the kava bar on break during your work, on a lunch break, you can have a tea to get you through the day. You drop your kids off at school and they're driving you crazy and you just want to like rip your hair out, you can have a shell, which is what we call our kava. So it's like really awesome, and whatever your body is needing at the time, whether it's like a little bit of energy, whether it's to mellow out, like we've got you.
So
All
it's
right,
like an energy.
anyone
drink.
ever try it? Kava, kratom, anyone ever had it?
I mean, I have. I had this thing. I mean, I've been to your bar
I
before I even
figured
knew you
you
owned
did.
it.
I meant the rest of
I
everybody else
figured
in
you
here.
grow
So, I mean, in general, like I said, it's not compared to alcohol. That's the way my friends told me about it. And I was 18 when I tried it. You could be 18 years old to go to a kava bar and try this. And yes, I mean, like, let's be real. I mean, sometimes it's like drinking dirt, but the effects, it's amazing what it can do. It's like, it really doesn't impair your judgment. You're still like, minded, like everything. It just gives you that feel. Like, for instance, I know you were having back problems today, I believe. Like, that would help, ease the pain on that side of your body while you're still functioning.
Why
So
saw
it
the
is
magic
pretty
hands
cool.
of Freddie working on me?
While you're
yeah.
still, no, he said
Yeah.
while you're still functioning. So you
But
Well,
gotta,
it's still fine before I go to Tracy.
I want
yes.
I want you to
Yeah.
give her the one that tastes more like dirt
No.
because she loves that stuff.
So
Greens and carrots.
yeah, we have the total natural option, you know, to have a kava or a tea without any flavoring or anything like that. But we do offer flavors for the drinks as well, just because, you know, the earthiness of it, some people don't like. So it's kind of cool. And then, you know, we definitely do not make any health or medical claims. We are not doctors. We only speak on our experience. So, you know, if I do have a headache or if I pulled a muscle, I would try to drink some kratom or kava, and it may or may not help, you know? So it's kind of cool,
Now,
in my
during
opinion.
during the Roman Empire, the kings all had a drinker. Slick, where are you? And the drinker always drank before the king. That way, I need you to try this stuff, and you could see. Yeah, that would be you. Yes, and you have
Pierre will
him
try it.
taste it.
Pierre, you want to try
No,
it?
not Pierre, not Pierre, not Pierre. I want Slick to try it because Pierre is gonna say he loves it in this. I want to get the honest opinion. You love it. You haven't
oh,
tried
yeah.
it yet.
When it comes to testing things out, Slick is your man.
Yes, Slick is
Slick
the
master.
taster.
Yeah, I brought some pre-packaged. This is one of our drinks. It's the Pinky Strawberry Lemonade, and it's just a regular flavored kratom tea, so it won't taste
Oh, look at this. It has
super bitter or
flavors.
anything like that. It'll taste like a nice, refreshing strawberry lemonade.
Oh,
And
so
I
it
brought
has-
enough for maybe everyone to
Well,
try.
wait a minute, you got flavors.
We do have flavors.
Oh, you just changed the whole game.
No, no.
No, I want the one that tastes like dirt.
No, that's the kava. The kava will always have that earthy taste because it comes right from the ground.
So there's no flavor for that?
You can add your own syrup, which we provide at one of our bars. But for me, I like the naturalness of it. I like being holistic and feeling what I'm drinking, and I don't like a lot of sugar. So I go
I gotta
natural.
use it with no sugar. What's no sugar?
Just the regular root. We like squeeze it up with some water, and then that will produce our kava drink.
Oh God, we're back to
Very
that.
grounding.
Yeah,
It's very what?
Very grounding.
It's very what?
Grounding.
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 Like
Grounding
any
to
more on the
earth
ground, you're gonna have to take me
with
home.
the frequencies.
Now let me ask you. It's a bar, right?
Yep.
I'm thinking bar now.
Yeah, so that's like the great thing about kava bars, and especially ours, Kava Sutra. We embody a bar. So we have the music, we have the bar top, we have the bar seats, we have great people behind the bar working, and the ambiance is everything of an alcohol bar minus people maybe being super drunk and no one is hitting on you and you don't have to worry about getting roofied or anything like that. You're with
Jesus.
like-minded people and you have conversations. So we have the social aspect of an alcohol bar, just more natural drinks.
Do they put liquor in
alternative.
these drinks?
No, we are
No
a
liquor.
super dry bar. We do not allow
dry, okay.
alcohol. We don't let anyone in that's drunk or anything like that. We are strictly kava and kratom.
Gotcha. Okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah.
No vodka for you.
All right, you want to try it? Oh, yeah, of course. Tracy?
You're lucky because you.
Yeah, anyone could try it. I brought a
You're getting to
bunch.
try the flavors.
All right, pass it out, guys.
And I also brought some of our masks if you ever need a mask. Anyone?
Oh, you're gonna pass them out? All right.
Yeah, there's a few here. You guys
What
can-
kind of mask is that, say?
So this was a mask
you.
made
Do you want it,
by
Teddy?
one of my friends. It's
Just Teddy wanted one.
face
A mask.
covering, and her company is Bella
wanna
Mode
split it?
Cafe.
You have cups?
What's it say?
I don't know what it says.
Oh,
What's the
sorry.
mask say on it?
Try it.
The mask says Kava Sutra.
Let me get a Kama Sutra mask. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Take
a
it
lot of
easy.
people say Kama Sutra, but you know, whatever works for you.
I'm good, thanks.
You should try it.
I'm
you
afraid to
should
try
try it.
anything, honey.
Kama Sutra.
Kava Sutra.
This is
Give it a
very
try.
nice.
All right, we're going to get.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to commercial break while everyone's
wanna-
opening it up. Let's take a quick commercial break. They're opening up their kratom. Yes? There's
Kratom.
strawberry lemonade kratom. Freddie's opening up his map. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Pierre, would you try it? Try it, Pierre. Pierre, would you
Just take a sip.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. I gotta tell you, that's not bad. But that's not what I drank.
Yeah, so you had kava, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so very different.
Yes, it's the Exorcist.
There you go.
But this is pretty good.
Yeah.
This is not bad at
And
all.
Serge, for the first time you tried, you put a video spot together.
Yeah, it was my first time. She was like, "Yo, you want to try some kava?" I'm like, "Actually, never tried it. Let me see." And then so she prepped one for me, and we actually have some footage about that out on one of her locations. Which location was it?
It was our Lantana location.
Our Lantana location. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, you can check it out. How wonderful it was. I enjoyed myself.
All right,
do we
let's
have
roll
that
it.
segment we can pull up real quick? What's up, everybody? You're here with Sergio R. Vasquez and Jamie here at Kava Sutra. We're gonna try out this kava. Can you please tell me more about this? I never tried it, so let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. So kava is something that's like super up and coming, even
Yeah.
though it's been around for like thousands and thousands of years.
Oh, wow.
So kava is a root, and it comes from South Pacific islands like Fiji, Vanuatu, any Polynesian island, honestly. And the way that we drink it is we grind down the root, and then it turns into this beverage here, and it looks kind of like milky, kind of like chocolate milk, but it's not.
Check that out.
So the benefits of kava, there are tons. It's mainly used as a ceremonial beverage, so people will drink it together, but it also helps with anxiety, it will sedate, relax, and you kind of get like a numb feeling in your mouth, which is kind of cool. But it's not bad for you at all. There's no alcohol, you can drive after, it's really awesome.
I'm excited.
So we want to mix it up.
Okay, mix it up.
Yep, to make sure it's all. And this is our new shit kava that we're drinking right now.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So the new feature here at the store, Kava Sutra.
New shit.
New shit.
We also have Van and Guru, but this is
This is
my
the number one
favorite.
seller, right?
Yeah, I think
Everybody's
so.
asking this now.
So we go shells up
Sales up.
and say malo,
Malo, do I just chug the whole thing?
and then chug the whole thing.
Chug the whole thing
Like you've never chugged before.
Oh my god. All right, let's do this. Ready?
And how do you guys feel today?
Hey, you didn't finish yours.
I like to save some.
You cheated it. It was like, no, it was delicious. I actually liked it. It was enjoyable.
Do you have a numb
Really
feeling or
refreshing.
not yet?
No.
Double coffee.
Am I supposed to? Do I have a high tolerance already?
No, so kava has a reverse tolerance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so basically what that
Can you talk to
means.
me?
Huh?
Did you talk to me?
No. So you know, like your first time you drink alcohol and you take like a shot and you're like wasted.
Yeah.
This is opposite. So
Okay.
your body needs to develop cabalactones. So eventually you start off with more, and then as you drink it longer and longer, you only need like one shell to get the benefits of it.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So I
Nothing
can-
like it on the market.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty amazing.
So yeah, come have some shells with us. We're located in South Florida, New York City, Colorado, and Arizona. 14 locations.
Yes.
Let's
Thank you
show.
so much. We have Jimmy here from the show. Check us out on Unemployment Woes, out on radio stations. What is it? 103.9. Yeah, Sergio Arbas with Amit nightly. Check us out. Adios.
Bye.
With a stimulus, I jump. With a stimulus, I jump.
Awesome.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
song there
so
was
survey
from the album.
says thumbs up.
Thumbs up. That was good.
Tracy,
Thumbs up.
you like it?
Yeah, yeah, it was good.
Dawn, did you have any?
I did, yes. It was very good.
Now,
Teddy?
you've had this before, yes?
Not this particular one, but I have had many similar kinds.
And Tracy, you've had this before?
Not this, no.
It kind of reminds me of kombucha.
Yeah.
Slick?
Kinda. Maybe the taste.
Well, this it's not fermented though, is it?
It was good?
No, it's not.
That's why I said it's what
Yeah. Yeah.
Slick said it was good.
It's just like, this is nice.
It's good. It's not. This is good. The other one, the one you had on that video,
Yeah.
past the point. Remember the Flintstones? Past the point. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, maybe one day you come in and we'll set you up real nice and you'll try it again and we'll change your mind for you.
Yeah, you give me this and we'll stay friends because other
Okay.
stuff I had it before. Not a fan.
Not a fan, huh? Not so much.
You ain't even had any.
Does it have-
Do you have the other one?
So I didn't know I could bring a whole thing, but basically the kava needs to be kept cold.
It's
And
in the jug, right?
Yeah, well, we squeezed into a big bucket and, I would need a cooler and then, on the
We
way
have
here.
The freezer.
I mean, next time I know. I didn't know that.
'Cause Slick would love to have some of that. We're
Yeah.
gonna put it on Slick Speaks.
He gonna chug it.
Hey, Slick, you want to go to the Kava bar after
We're
work?
gonna drink it for an hour.
Yeah, I
Let me
mean,
see
we're
what
open
you
every
say.
day from most bars, 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. So if you ever want to swing on by.
And where are you located?
Yeah.
So the closest location to here would be Delray, but we kind of go up the whole coast. So we have Fort Lauderdale, Deerfield, Delray, Lake Worth, Lantana, Green Acres,
Wow.
Royal Palm, North Lake, and then Jupiter in Florida.
And do you manage all of these?
So I do the marketing and social media. So yes, and it's a lot. We have 14 locations, so there is a team behind me that helps as well.
I read that the secret ingredients about what they do is the circulation of the blood. They sort of help circulate the blood, is what I was told. So it was actually said to me to drink as a diabetic when my sugar was up and soaring and this swelling and all that. But I didn't even know it was a thing. And then we came into studio and I tried it and everything else. But it's supposed to be very good for circulation.
Give it a try.
Yeah, too.
Right now, I'm so tenuous that I'm afraid to even breathe.
You so what?
Tenuous. I'm like,
Don loving it. Yeah.
I'm
Actually,
like, me and anything. But I think that's awesome. We'll have to try it again sometime.
We're gonna bring the other one because Slick is dying to put a straw into that bad boy.
Yeah, it's worth a try. A lot of people are very skeptical and they're unsure and they don't know what they don't know. So when we sit there and educate them on any type of benefit or how it can affect their daily life in a positive way, people are more than likely open to try something.
Pretty good
That's all it
stuff.
takes is a little bit of trying,
Trial
You
and
never know.
error.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
I
Of
know
course.
I know one cool benefit of it, a fact. A lot of my friends that were big alcoholics and stuff like that and switched to kava, cleaned up their lives and that's their thing now, to keep them
Yeah,
leaning
alternative to
off. It's
sober.
also people use it like that too, and it actually helps them.
Yeah, it's
to
definitely
be
an
better.
alternative to alcohol. And that's why we keep our bars dry. We don't let people who are drinking or anything like that inside the bar, just as respect for the community, because there are so many different walks of life that come in. There's lawyers, moms, dads, students, people, alcoholics, recovering, whatever. So we have so many people that we keep it, straight to who we are, which is a kava bar, and we love our community, and that's what we do.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Tracy, it's kind of like an adaptogen, you think? I don't think.
I think the root might
Just
be,
the
but
root.
this, not so much.
Well, that's the kratom. The kava, when you explained it to me on the commercial, definitely seems like it is.
Yeah.
But maybe the kratom is different.
But
The kratom has so many benefits. Why do you like combine it with all of this stuff?
So when you come into our bar, right, there's so many options for kratom. So we have an all-natural brewed hot tea, and then there's powders. We have liquid extracts. We have one of these just without flavor. So there's so many ways that we sell the kratom for everyone. You know, some people don't like natural, so they have this. Some people only prefer natural. Like me, I just drink a hot tea with no flavor. So we do a little bit of everything for everyone. You know, we like to make our customers happy.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I don't do all the sugar either. So
Well,
You have this like labeled as your.
yeah, so we have a full menu, and on our menu we'll have, you know, as an example, pinky strawberry lemonade, and they'll know like, oh, that's flavored. Or then we'll have our regular black top is our unflavored bottled kratom, and it'll just say black top. And yeah, no, that's why we have so many different options for everyone, and our bartenders are very good at explaining what things are and who can have what and whatnot.
you see, when you go to a restaurant and they ask you what you want to drink, sometimes you'll say, I want tea. And they come with that whole box. They have 400 different flavors of tea. And then I was with somebody one time. The guy said, oh, no, you misunderstood. All I want is hot water and lemon. Because, I'm going to say this incorrectly.
Brought their own stuff.
In China, in that part of the world, they drink lemon with hot water. Some
Right.
people drink that in
That's
the
their
morning
tea.
instead
Oh,
of
yeah.
coffee.
Yeah.
And
It's
supposedly, it is the best thing you can to do for your body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it alkalizes
So-
the blood. It helps detox the toxins in your
It's a
body.
good thing you don't want to make.
Good thing to do in the morning.
But the object of the game here, the reason they have the flavors is not so that a diabetic can go into ICU
Yeah,
over
of
it.
course not.
It's to give, like you go to a restaurant, people order an Arnold Palmer. I'll never forget the first day. Arnold Palmer, which is like a mixture of iced tea and lemonade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never understood that. Give me an iced tea or give me a lemonade, or you can mix them. So you get an option here of having different flavors, which I think is a nice way of introducing the
Yeah.
product.
Yeah.
To me, it was giving cold dirt. And I drank it. I was like,
Well, that's like the traditional way that they've been doing it for thousands of years. So you were very cultured at that moment, which
I
is
was.
very
Very
good.
cultured.
I was so cultured. There was a pool at the last studio. I ended up in there.
Very
Okay, so
Here it
this is the bridge, and
Here it
we're
comes.
like the bridge that goes to the natural, right?
You're the bridge and
You
I am
are
the-
you are society on a whole in the last 50 years, right? Sugar,
Yes.
chemicals, sugar.
Yes.
Okay, the root itself, that's where we should be, and people like us are trying to guide people like you to things like
So
that.
why do you think you're sitting here? I need guidance.
And the thing is, sugar is completely addictive. All the chemicals that we're given, completely addictive. The fructose, and lots of cancers, and lots of
I agree
diseases.
with that. You know, the big thing, you know what I consider the biggest drug in the world? Cheese. Very
And here
addictive.
it comes.
Yeah.
Very.
I mean,
Yeah.
the biggest problem, I think, with something like this where it has the fructose as well as added,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't understand, when you've got this many carbs, if you are not burning this energy and you're just sitting there drinking,
Mhm.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know anybody that's gonna
Yeah.
You're storing,
now
yeah.
you just added 50-some grams, 54 grams of sugar.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but we like to give an option for everyone, you know?
Yes, as long as you
Yeah,
do that.
of course,
Yeah.
definitely.
There's
Yeah.
so many people, like I could see my brother going in and just ordering this and having no idea and saying, this portion's too small, I need 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you
Yeah.
got a diabetic having enough soda in your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm at the point where I don't want to service everyone anymore. I don't want to service the people that want to drink this. I want to help educate them to learn how to drink the other things that you offer.
Yeah.
The kava, yeah.
Yeah, because
And
I think
there's the
at this
battery.
point, we don't have a choice anymore.
Yeah.
You know, look at how sick we all are right now. The biggest thing that's happening right now is people's immune systems cannot handle a virus that we're being attacked
Oh,
with.
yeah,
Why?
everybody's
Agreed.
just compromised because of the standard American diet they're already taking.
Exactly.
And everybody's,
Exactly.
you know, traditionally eating fast food now because especially, you know, how life is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Going back to root is the best.
But then
Yeah.
again, if you're not a diabetic, you can order it, you can drink it. If you are, pick something else. Last night I did a Prosecco show. It's called Zero Prosecco. No sugar and no carbs, nothing. The guy sold out 3 months of stuff in 3 weeks of the bottles. He didn't even have any last night with him. And who's drinking it? Diabetics. You see, because what happens is a diabetic enters into the world of darkness. We are not allowed to taste that. We are not allowed to drink these things. And you're right, after 50 years of doing it, your hand goes to your mouth for the bad stuff. This is my life, right? So in order to change, you have to learn the behavior. It is the guidance that you bring. She has non-sugar deals, but as a diabetic, you think I'm gonna like dirt? Not so much.
And we trust that people know what they can and cannot drink. You know, we're not there, well, of course we're there to educate about our products and what is in what and what's not, but we're not here to baby someone and hold their hand to be like, okay, honey, you can have this and you can't. It's more like, you know, like people are grown-ups and yeah, it's a bar, you know?
It's like an opener.
It's like the same thing as a mass order.
Right, yeah.
Go to Dual. Might as well go to Dual because
Yeah.
I can't even go to a restaurant. And I've gotten so sick, I've had to be
you
carried
have
out
her
of a
on one.
restaurant.
Oh,
If
wow.
she's
Because of
talking,
a
might as well go to
waitress that
Dual.
didn't understand I needed the order a certain way.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I think I'm more sensitive to knowing.
Yeah, you're more aware. Yeah.
Well, there's also episodes that people go through, you know, and Tracy's one, I'm one, you're one. There are certain episodes that we go through that either you're going to learn the lesson or the lesson's going to teach you, one or the other, right?
Well, I think it's a responsibility for all of us that understand. I had breast cancer. Now, I may have not had breast cancer because I had a lot of sugar at the time, but I can tell you that a sugar at this point in my life
Will feed
can
it.
return cancer to me.
Yes, it will feed
So
it.
I think at this point, you can't unknow what you know. And once you know, you have an obligation, just like I do, to teach it to other people.
Yeah.
Not to say, here, I have this real healthy root, but I don't want to lose you as a customer. So here's this other stuff that I know you'll like to drink, and it'll keep you here. For me, I'm just speaking for me, because I could sell all kinds of things, and I don't. I sell, and some people say, yeah, this isn't for me, like the root might not be for you. But I have to feel really good about what I offer and what I consume. You know,
Yeah,
like, who doesn't like to eat pizza? Everybody loves
I
pizza,
had
but
pizza
it's
last
really not
night,
so good for
but I'm
you.
not supposed to eat it.
Do you actually hold workshops at your facility to have people allowing them to come in and show them what the root looks like at the raw state?
So no,
But
we
she
don't
doesn't
have
have a mic.
workshops, but basically everything is made in front. So it's very open concept. So you can come in and you see the tea being brewed. We have our coffee drip tower, and then the act and the process of squeezing kava is done in a sanitary area, obviously over by the sink, but it's done out where everyone can see. And most people who drink kava, they are educated about like what it is and where it comes from, and you know, sometimes they just want to add a little something, and that's totally cool.
So there's something for everyone. There are 11, 12 locations in South Florida.
There's 9.
I think you said there were 11 something.
14 now.
14 in the whole
Oh, okay.
United States, 9 in South Florida.
There's 9 in South
Yes.
Florida. They've got something for everyone, whether you want it more earthy and natural, or if you want to try the benefits and just read labels like anything else. So check it out. You can also always give them a call. Is their main number? Or
No, we
website?
just go through Instagram. We have too many phone numbers for me to remember. So any questions, follow us on Instagram, Kava Sutra Kava Bar.
All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, it is October, which means it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And no one better to sit and talk to us about good health, as you heard, was our very own Tracy McDonough from Healing
DearAbby.com. Dear Abby is a life coaching company that was founded by Abby Awotasu. At Dear Abby, we believe in empowering single women to unapologetically own their identities and grow in self-love. We know that in order for you to find true, meaningful, lasting love, you must first love and fully embrace yourself, flaws and all. Contact us today at askdearabby.com for your personalized coaching session that will get you on the path to ultimately finding your soulmate. And follow Dear Abby on social media at AskDearAbby on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
Pizza District is the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. They have amazing deals, great food, and an even better customer connection. Their owner, Nico, runs the friendliest and cleanest pizzeria for miles around. With their pizza made with whole wheat, gluten-free, cauliflower crust, and traditional New York style, you can't go wrong. Plus all the extras like salad and chicken wings. They are a family-run business with a great atmosphere. Call today to order your pizza and tell them the Brooklyn Cafe sent you at 561-961-4163. That's 561-961-4163 for Pizza District, the official pizzeria of the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe. We may as well hashtag this Wellness Wednesday like we used to, so why not? Wellness Wednesday, and we've got Tracy in the house with us. We had Kava Sutra in the house, so you can check that out. You can hit rewind and watch it again, see where all their locations are and the benefits of Kava and Kratom. And when I spoke to Tracy, it's the beginning of October. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I really want you to explain what you do with your post-surgical treatment, your pre and post-surgical, because Healing Moments is a fantastic relaxation spa. And you do massages and Reiki and ionic foot baths, but you also you get in and you work with patients pre and post surgery. So I want to touch on that and the importance of it.
Right. So what happens, especially if we're speaking about cancer patients, breast cancer patients, they get a diagnosis. They go into alarm mode, which creates all kinds of chemical responses in their body, which does not help them with the diagnosis. So for pre-surgery work, I educate a little bit on the kind of nutrition that they need, the mindset they need to be in to go into surgery in order to have the best positive outcomes coming out of surgery. I teach meditation, and we do all kinds of healing work. We start some detox work. Post-surgery, I have a lot of clients that either have mastectomies and then have reconstruction because they have to. I have a lot of clients that have had mastectomies because they have a gene and they're afraid, so they do it as a prevention. And then I have clients that explant because of the toxins that are damaging their body and affecting their body. So we do a lot of work with mindset, with nutrition, with healing modalities, but I do a lot of hands-on work. I do lymphatic drainage work. I do post-surgery. I do a lot of work with scar tissue and adhesions to help make it the best possible outcome as far as the tissue goes, because there's a lot of scar tissue when we're, ripping pieces of a person's tissue off of their body. But for me, it's a whole body experience, and the calmer and more peaceful and more understanding you are going into any kind of surgery, but specifically breast cancer, because there's also grief. I'm a clinical social worker, so we work a little bit with the grief and loss, because it is grief and loss when women have to lose a part of their body that for many, many years we've been identified by. So it's a mind, body, spirit healing when we work.
And you work with breast cancer as well as other.
Oh yeah, so I work with 5 or 6 plastic surgeons.
That.
Yeah, I work with 5 or 6 plastic surgeons that do liposuction, tummy tucks, breast augs, implants, explants, mastectomy, reconstruction. So yeah, so I've created a whole protocol, because it doesn't really matter what kind of surgery it is. You still want to go into surgery with the best possible attitude, the best, keeping the highest vibration you can keep, learning how to use natural things like essential oils versus lots and lots of medication. I work with vibroacoustic sound therapy, which is very calming to the nervous system, so you don't have to take Xanax and Valium. You can calm the nervous system in a lot of natural ways. And then a lot of hands-on work, just massage and lymphatic drainage and a lot of nurturing and caring kind of.
Every time I'm there, I cry.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah.
And that's not even like an active cry. My eyes, I just start tearing. And they're doing that again right now.
Yeah, it's a release. So that's the whole thing about, I think we've talked about this. We get sick in layers, right? Energetic is first, psychological, that affects our emotions, and then eventually we manifest physical disease. I developed breast cancer with 0 obvious risk factors, no family history, nothing that would tell you that I was a candidate for breast cancer, but I had a lot of heart chakra things going on in my life, a lot of heartache, a lot of emotional turmoil. So when they say stress kills, stress is not a physical thing, right? Stress is energetic. So my work starts in the energy field, and then there's talk therapy, there's meditation work, and then I work all the way through to the physical body, all the way to the point where we're actually communicating with our organs to align our own body. This is the hard drive to this. This body feels everything we think and everything we say. So it's really all about reprogramming, because like Freddie said before about, the diet and being used to having bad stuff and then it being really hard to do good stuff. And that goes for everyone. It's really about reprogramming, because once you get to the point where you have cancer, there's only a few steps after that. This is a bad thing, and it's time to really reprogram how you think, how you talk, how you feel, how you respond, how you eat, what you do for your body, how you nurture yourself, how you accept love. Because I always say my service is really love and compassion. I just deliver it through massage therapy, through energy healing, through detox work, through meditation and mindset work.
Now, you work with men and women, correct?
I do.
All right, and there was the reason I'm asking you is I was approached by an ex-NFL football player. In the NFL, the reason they only last 5 years is because of the constant abuse on the body. They torn ACLs, fingers, hands. You ever notice the linemen wear gloves? There's a reason for that. It's like taking a piece of meat and hitting it with a hammer for 5 years. And at the end of 5 years, look at what that meat looks like. A lot of NFLers, when they leave the NFL, they got to spend a lot of money on treatment because the body is so beat up. And they end up taking painkillers. And they end up going in the wrong direction with those bad boys. So somebody approached me and asked me, ACL, when you get a torn ACL and they put you back in the game after 2 weeks, which I don't understand physically how that's even able to be done. Afterwards, you pay the consequence after the game is over. And you're not playing anymore. And you're not running the 40 in 4 seconds. You're running in 8 seconds because you can't even get out of bed. Can you help people? This is head to toe, ailments, pain everywhere, moving hurts, everything hurts. They want to pop a pill to deaden the pain. Can you work with people to get them off the pills, first of all, I guess, and then the physicality of the body?
I can definitely help. I can't guarantee that they'll stop taking medication. We talk about this a lot. There's always a place for medication in the body, okay? I would like it to be the last place we go and not the first place we go. But yes, I have a lot of modalities. I've had a lot of clients and a lot of pain that have been able to eventually wean off of medications, wean off of outside influences, and be able to learn how to use movement, exercise, diet, mindset, and some of the modalities I have that improve circulation and improve nervous system functioning and immune system functioning. But yeah, absolutely.
So everybody can actually, everybody has a mechanism that can be everybody, I know. Everybody, and separate, everybody.
And everybody.
Yeah.
Each body.
Yes. And interesting enough, I've had 3 men that have had breast cancer that I've worked with.
Really?
That was going to be my next question, because
Yes.
it does happen.
Yes, it does.
It does happen. And the amazing thing is that, disease plays tricks with your mind. You ever notice you go to the doctor and he says, Freddie, you get cancer. And you leave depressed. And you go home and say, my life is over. They have a commercial now on TV. Have you seen it? It talks about the first day the doctor tells you you have cancer. And they want you to change your attitude. But then the doctor calls you 3 weeks later and says, oh, the tests were wrong. And you look back at those 3 weeks of how you spent life. Your body and your mind, your illness will play tricks on your mind that then defeats your body.
All of it does.
It's all
Look,
connected.
there is thousands of documented cases of radical remission, okay? The mind can control everything. As fast as your mind can heal you, it can also make you sick. So we all have cancer cells. For someone to say to you, you have cancer, we all have cancer cells. We all have cancer. We all have cancer cells. It's how we activate those cells, how we activate our body, how we take care of our body in order to depress and turn off genes and turn off cells and turn off responses versus activating them to be on. And
How do we change the mindset? How do we, I mean, last night, if you're wondering why I'm like zoned today, I got a 9 o'clock phone call. My mother's in the ER. So there went my brain for that moment. I was up at 4 in a panic attack. I look at my phone. They went home from the hospital. 7 o'clock, I get the phone call. They're back in the hospital. So I'm like this today. So how do you help people, because this is life, right? Get out of their head, as Freddie calls it, and actually breathe and relax. Because you sit here and you're thinking, and then you got the headache, and then you brought me the neck pillow. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm falling apart at 53. But it's not just me. This is life. This is what's happening with people.
Yeah. Well, one of the best ways to change mindset and fear is physiology, right? Movement. Get up, move, do something, because we're producing cortisol as a stress response, and we need to work it off. You know, so that's one of the best ways. I had this conversation with my clients this morning. She came in all stressed out, and she said to me, "You're always so calm." And I said, I have the same life like everybody else, but I've learned how to keep things that are not mine or not directly related to my physiology here. So I had a mom that was in and out of the hospital 18 times the last year of her life. So I understand the stress of it, but I also understand that if I make myself sick every time something happened to her, I couldn't be there to help her.
Right.
I couldn't do anything good for her, and on top of it, now I'm getting sick and I can't even be around her. So it's really about just making that little switch in your mind about how it is you're going to protect yourself. It isn't that you're not going to have kids and family and all kinds of crazy things that are going to affect you, but let it affect your life, not your physiology, right? That's what, when I do tapping with people, right? That's what tapping's all about. It's sending a message to the amygdala where that produces those fight or flight responses, that it's okay to have these feelings, it's okay to be afraid, it's okay to, we did some tapping yesterday with the girls. You can have all those feelings and emotions, but you don't actually have to feel them physically in your body.
And we did a lot of videos for you yesterday that went over, and they did some video. You're going to do your audio today. Because what are we trying to bring awareness to with Healing Moments, with these video clips?
Well, those were specific clips for each of my different services, just to explain a little bit about every single service on an individual versus trying to talk about the whole place, because it's too big to really try to explain. But it's really all about self-awareness, self-healing, self-love, self-talk. You know, it's really just about, we have everything we need. We were talking about before, the earth produces everything that we need to stay healthy, and we also have everything we need to stay healthy. We just have to be able to access.
Well, it's interesting because now that we're going through what we're going through, even illness is changing. You ever wake up and you have allergies and your nose is stuffed? And this happened to me the first time. I ran to the bathroom and it says, am I sick? Do I lock myself in a closet? I mean, all these things have, even illness has changed. So now, because flu season is coming, they want me to go get a flu shot. Last time I took a flu shot, I got sick. Okay, so I don't know if I should take it, but you take a flu shot. You wake up with the psychology of who's around you. You wake up with the fear, and then you're surrounded with people, not surrounded, you meet people who are even more fearful. All of a sudden, this fear factor is beginning to pile on. Yeah. And then they laugh at me because you know what I do? I put on my hat, I put on my mask, and I just move on. I can't process it anymore. Because the moment I do, I begin to sit on the bottom of the table. I can't do it anymore. So I'm going to have fun with it. It's going to be what it's going to be. And I have to move in that direction. Not that I don't care, I do. But there is so much pressure right now on just being you. And then you got all this other stuff with the illnesses and everything else is coming at you. Sometimes you need to be able to go to a place like Tracy's. I went to her place when my father died. Everybody knows the story, and I sat there. And you need a place to sit. You know, and I tell people, when you're going through a bad time, sit. Just sit for a minute and gather your thoughts, gather yourself. And that's what I love about your place, because that allows you, your place allows you to do it. And a lot of people came up to me and said, come on, you just sell. I'm not selling nothing. Go there and find out.
Yeah, just be present.
That's it.
Just come and be present. You don't even have to have a service. Just being in there and being present, just giving yourself a minute. You know, allergies and all things like that are just the body's overreaction, over-response to invaders. It's a way that protects you. It's your body protecting you from the invader and allowing you to be able to expel it. But, you know, we talk about toxicity, right? I do a lot of detox work, and people say, oh, we don't need to detox, our bodies detox naturally. Well, in theory, that's true. But the fact is, we are overloaded with toxins. We are overloaded with toxins from food, from the air, from EMFs, from technology, from stress. We're overloaded, so that sometimes you get to the point where every little thing is going to create a response in your body because you are so overloaded. Do you have some input in that? I'm sure.
Well, actually, yes, because I have an illness. I don't know if this is on or not, but
You have a green light?
Yep, it's on.
it is. Okay. So I can speak from personal experience because I was given 3 to 5, and I'm still here. So what I had to learn was standing in this hospital in Philadelphia when they said it's time to go home and get her affairs in order. I said, you can't cuss, right?
No, no curse.
Holy cow.
Yeah, okay, so, holy crap, how do you go from a 6-figure job to now all of a sudden I'm supposed to go home and like get affairs in order? Like that's just, I didn't even know how to process. So the background of being in finance taught me research the crap out of what you're facing, because I'll tell you what, it eliminates the fear. So just like what you said, I had no idea that her facility existed down here. I live up in Jupiter, but I have tons that I'm able to share with my clients there. So the biggest fear, even with you, with your mom, and making that, emotion of the panic immediately, it's the fear of the unknown. Right. So if we know that we have tools in our toolbox, it's almost like we can say, so what? Okay, so this happened. So the worst case, if something bad happens with my mother, great. How fast can I get on a flight and get out there? What calls do I have to make? And don't be afraid to get your friends involved. Delegate and say, hey, you know what? I'm having a really bad day today, so I need you to do this for me. That was probably the hardest part for me because of being my own boss. I had to learn how to ask for help. But it's perception. That's the key thing to an illness.
Exactly.
I have to wake up every morning, and I just put this on my Facebook. You probably saw it because you're always looking at my stories, where I actually put a little video together, because the number one question I get asked is, how do you keep doing this every day, not knowing when my last day is going to be? And at the end of the day, I said, I get up, I first walk outside, and I breathe to remind myself I'm still alive. I'm also very religious, so I do the Our Father prayer. If you're not religious, fine, do whatever you got to do.
Meditation, whatever.
Right? Okay. So, and I meditate as well. I spent a week with monks in the woods. Okay, so after that, then I go in and I make my bed. And people were DMing me saying, what's the deal with the bed? And I said, because it's all about the little wins. So if I can sit there and look at my sheets as all wrinkly and know that I can just make that bed beautifully, and then I can step back, that's one tiny accomplishment.
Oh, yeah.
Because how you leave in the morning, and if you leave with your bed all like just jacked up, your day's gonna be jacked up. So the perception starts when you wake. Then you go in and then you get your coffee, and every time you walk back into that room to get ready, you see that little win, and it gets rid of some of that chaos. Then when you go out in the day, you've got the tools in your toolbox to help you through it. And if I talk anymore as a Latin, I'm going to keep rambling. So
you build momentum from there, from the little success,
Yes,
and then you end up having a
absolutely.
wonderful day, rather than other people having a day that goes everything completely bad.
Exactly.
Because they're doing the same thing, but in opposite, because it's a double-edged sword.
And gratitude along the way, every
Gratitude's
minute along the way,
everything,
because the more gratitude you have, the higher the vibration of your body, your physical body,
yes.
of your mind. So your thoughts are higher, more elevated, happier. Your body feels more elevated. It's healthier. It works better. That's actually science. It's not
and
like
it brings abundance.
and it brings abundance.
So make sure you
Brings
youngins,
abundance.
always say thank you.
Yes.
When you even pay a
Abundance is a
bill,
birthright. Sure.
or
Yeah.
if you give somebody $1, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say thank
I
you.
have the money
She
to
used
pay
the word
you.
youngin.
Yeah.
Youngins.
And
You know-
gratitude actually connects the heart and the mind together.
Yes,
It
It
does.
makes
100%.
coherent. And then when it's
100%.
coherent, you actually
Yes.
get much more healthier. And
Yes.
because of the vibration, you actually get things more done. Just
Exactly.
walking that much more energetically
Yes.
charged.
Yes.
Exactly.
So everything gets more done, just like a flashlight, or a candle. The light's
Right.
dim and everything. Like, as soon as you put a little tube over it, you can concentrate that light. Well, now you have a flashlight.
Exactly.
So that's how our brain works, and that's
Yes.
how our mind works, and
Yes.
that's how life works, and that's how everything starts to go.
You know,
And you
it's-
have to remember what you put in your stomach.
It-
Your vagus. Oh, go ahead.
Oh yeah, your gut's your second brain.
It's really funny. We have another segment we're going to do, but it's really funny because when I came out of ICU, which I wasn't supposed to, I make my bed at night
There you go.
because I want to, and I get up and everybody says, why do you do it at night? I says, because I'm going to live the day and I'll do the bed at night and then I get in it because tomorrow I'm going to live another day. Because I was told I wasn't leaving. I was told get his paperwork in order. He's going to fall asleep and he's going to wake up again. So for 3 days I didn't sleep. I put toothpicks in my eyes.
Yeah.
But that's not the way it works. It is what it is. You always be grateful for life. Do and hold on to it. And we try to tell these guys, enjoy every minute of it, good, bad, or indifferent. No, I'm not saying that you're not Mr. Positive. You're Mr.
Make
Positive.
gratitude a habit,
I
and
just-
you
I was
eliminate
diagnosed
anger.
at 40.
Yeah.
And I joke with my friends because I said, oh my God, I'm 40, take me in the back and shoot me like the old horse. And then all of a sudden I was diagnosed a month later and I'm like, wait, I want to take that back.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just
So
kidding,
you
right?
don't know. And I was on the top of my game
Mm-hmm.
You
in
never
life.
know. Tracy, how do people find you in Healing Moments?
Facebook, Instagram. You could call 561-931-2187. You can find me here. I'm here all the time.
Is it by appointment only now?
Yes, right now it's by appointment only. Trying to just, keep it safe for everybody and keep people out of fear. Yeah,
Keep
so by
everyone safe.
appointment.
We
yeah.
need a lot of that.
Yeah.
We need a lot of
We
that.
need a lot of stress reduction. And I know you did meditation with us. You taught the girls tapping. So a lot of great tools.
Some
in your
sound healing.
toolbox.
Remember what I said, if you look at that frequency chart, right? Fear is very low on that chart. Gratitude, love, protection, all of that stuff is very high.
Raise your vibration.
Got to sort of believe them words.
You ready to
It's
go into
that's
love
the
and
challenge.
vibration? Because we've got Ask Dear Abby on the line.
Oh, we have Ask Dear
Ask
Abby.
Dear Abby. Talk about love and vibration. Wait till you meet Abby. Stay tuned. We're going to go to commercial break. More to come. We'll be right back.
Sexy, seductive, and beautiful. Looking for a professional and talented photographer? Danielle Boujon specializes in capturing flirtatious and tasteful images for yourself or your partner. Located in South Florida, Danielle really knows how to bring out your inner beauty on a shoot. Visit her website at www.daniellebuljan.com or call her at 561-305-2241 to capture your most desirable moments.
Introducing Black Tie Liquors, your one-stop shop for wine and spirit needs. Whether you're looking for an ice-cold pack of summer brews or just to grab your favorite bottle of scotch whiskey, Black Tie Liquors has you covered. Come choose from a wide selection of beers, wines, spirits, or liqueurs. Or if you're in the mood, feel free to grab one of our fresh cigars. Stop by Black Tie Liquors today, located on 5970 South Jog Road, Lake Worth, Florida. Or give them a call at 561-968-0988.
Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock nonstop to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it's never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
So we're back. You see how things work out?
See how things always work out?
You look like the belt is too tight around your waist.
I'm sorry.
You're holding your breath and you're giving me the fake laugh.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna send you over there to the Purple People Eater, so that they can take care of you.
I do need to go see Tracy.
Absolutely.
There is no doubt. That is the first thing they all told me is you got to go see Tracy. I'm like, I know, I got to go see Tracy.
No,
for
you
sure.
got to stay there.
Mommy, he wants me to move into Tracy's.
Tracy, we're gonna send her over to your place, and she'll have to do the show from there. Don't let her leave.
She's shaking her head. She's like, okay. She's not even scared. She's looking at me going, mm-hmm. We're going to do this and this and this and this. Yes. She's very close, which is amazing.
You see, Dawn, we never know what's going to happen in here. We don't know if it mixes. But that's how it is. It's like a giant volcano. People come in here, and they melt.
In fact, I was just sharing stuff with her that she didn't know that she wants to now learn more of. And that's
Fantastic.
Talk it to your microphone, because
And
we
that's
can't
how
hear
we
what
roll.
you say. Gotta talk it to the
But all the way in Houston, we have got Abby.
Oh, we got Dear Abby.
We've got Abby Owatasu joining us of Ask Dear Abby, and we've got big news because Abby is launching her own show starting on Friday at 11 o'clock right here with Amp Media Productions.
Really? Congratulations. Abby, is it going to be for men and women?
Yes.
Got to get some sound. Hold on. Hold on.
They're checking your sound, but yes, Abby's actually going to be doing men and women relationship, love, and
I'm
dating.
very happy to hear that, because when we first had it on, all the guys in here asked 100 questions. Because guys are, a little mental.
We're getting audio reading on her. Her mic isn't on.
You got to turn your mic on.
Her audio's on, and I'm getting a reading from her, so I don't. It's something on her.
Is your microphone on?
She's going to look and see. She said microphone is on. Turn the sound up.
Hello? All right, let's
doesn't have-
reboot. Let's do it again. Let's go to 2. Reboot and do it again, Abby. So Abby was answering all these questions. And some of the guys in here, they got some real bizarre questions, if you know what I mean. And it was a big hit. So she decided to include men and women. So we got some questions that people wrote in that we're going to be asking. You guys can ask her anything you want. It's all about the relationship. Is that what it is?
Yes. Slick, where's your mic?
Where's
Where's your
your mic?
technical difficulty mic?
Technical difficulties, right. Relationships and relationships that you have with friends.
Where's your mic?
What was
Technical
that?
difficulties, guys. But it's for relationships and, relationships that you would have, like, because if it's a relationship with a guy or a relationship with a girl,
Are
not.
you guys in a relationship?
Oh, no,
Okay.
no. I'm just, wow.
I don't mean it that way. I'm like, wait, how many
No, as in, like, relationship, love relationship, and a friendship relationship, yeah.
I was gonna say there's levels to relationship.
Correct.
There's
Yeah.
relationship within yourself, you and your own self-identity, the relationship with you and another individual, opposite sex, or you as a friend.
Correct.
So there's levels to your relationship.
Well, even friendship now has become a challenge because you have to be able to meet friends. And right now there's a fear of that.
Yes.
She works in an environment that she has to oversee people coming in. Again, people like talking. I used to own a bar. And a bar is like church. You go to church and you confess all your sins. You go to a bar and you confess all your sins. And everybody wants to have a conversation. Everybody likes to be liked, Guys go in there, they pick up digits. We always talk about Digit City. You pick up somebody's rap and you're talking a little bit. Not that you're going to get serious, get married or anything else, but it kind of feels good to socialize because we're social beings.
Yeah,
That's what
for
we
sure.
are.
And right now, people are not socializing enough. There's so much fear, is what we talked about. There's the fear of socializing, there's the fear of meeting people, and then there's those that are meeting people, and maybe they're not fearful at all, but others are. And it's this whole heaviness that's going on, just like Tracy talked about. There's, even if you don't watch the news, it's there. Even if you see someone with a mask or not with a mask, or find out someone's sick, it's there. There's always something, it's just simmering, and it's how do we
But you don't have to
disconnect?
watch the news because
I
somebody's
don't.
going to tell you what was on it.
That's what I'm saying, but it's this energy that we're all in right now. It makes me cry. That's just heavy.
You see, but you can't let it get to you. You got to let it go.
This
You
is
gotta
why
let
the
it
relationships
ride.
are so
This is why
important.
I make fun of everything.
Yeah, it's true.
Around me.
You
You
gotta
know what?
be
I rather laugh.
have comedic humor for sure.
Yeah, and I
Got
laugh
him.
at myself. Numero uno is me because I don't know a lot of things.
Yeah,
I don't.
me too.
You know, but I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
I'm bad at what I do good. That makes sense?
You're great at what you do.
But this is what you do. You don't have to take it in because just like that lady over there in the purple tells you, it will beat you down. You know, it will make you worse. Listen, I lost my parents. You know the story. I lost my mother during the hurricane in Puerto Rico, and I lost my dad a year or 2 years afterwards. I lost my parents. So if you have your parents, if you have them with you, just hold on to them. Give them a hug. You know, go out of your way and do something that they don't expect you to do. Just do. And it's going to make the bad days melt away. That's what it comes down to because there's never enough time. You talk about being healthy. Be healthy. You talk about relationships. This is why I love Dear Abby. Have fun with life a little bit. Don't be always so, so strict about everything.
Abby
Relax.
is great. She's helping you, Slick, with some dating advice.
Yeah, most definitely. Because sometimes, especially right now, quarantine, you have to take that step back because everybody is cautious on meeting somebody new.
Now you were for your birthday party, you were at a social gathering.
Oh, most definitely.
And you were there till what, 3 o'clock in the morning?
3 o'clock. That's
2
2:30. 2:30. 2:30.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's late.
I called the night early.
It didn't pass
I called the
2:30.
night early.
And did you have a good time?
I did have a good
put that
time. It was
together
very
for you.
socially distant, and the security was around to check to see if you have your mask on. So it
Very
was
cool.
nice.
And did you meet any? I got
That's the
names
thing
for-
about clubs. The nights. Oh yeah. The nights are like the lighting. You can't really see everybody besides like the silhouette of a beautiful woman. You know,
don't need
and you got
to
the mask
see
as
them.
well.
What's the matter with you?
But
You just see them in your mind.
But right now
And when
we
you
have
take them
masks.
outside, you go, what
We
the
have
hell did I
masks.
do? You know,
What
it's
about
like,
if I we have masks? She takes off her mask, and I'm like, okay, yes, correct, in person.
No.
Whoa, wait, what is catfish?
As in like,
So catfishing is basically like let's say, we'll use me as an example. I post a picture of me saying I'm someone else, right? But it's really me. So let's say I post a picture of Jennifer Aniston and I'm like, oh, this is me. And I have Jennifer Aniston in a bikini, in a dress, in a gown, whatever. And then I go to meet somebody and they think I'm Jennifer Aniston, like, wow, I'm meeting up with Jennifer Aniston, this is so cool. But then it's me.
So because
It's
you're
just
not
a
in the
big-
picture.
yeah.
Yeah,
Imposter,
you're
basically, but
lying about who you are to get someone to like you or give you the attention that you have been yearning for, basically. So it's a lie.
Basic,
It's
yeah.
not good. You do not want to be
it's like catfish is like false
I got a
advertising,
mic.
Yeah.
basically.
Tracy
It's
got a
like,
mic.
it's like Freddie, you using your picture back when you were 20 years old.
Yes. I don't
do
on the
that.
dating website.
No,
and
but
then
you're-
let's go meet up.
But
That's
this
what
is-
it means. That's
but
the
this
definition.
Is, this is ridiculous tactic because when
Yeah.
you meet them, you're gonna go, you don't look like that.
That happens a lot.
You would be surprised.
That happens a lot.
Really?
There's a whole
Yes.
show, and yeah.
This is why dating has become very
It's a
difficult.
tough world out here.
Listen, I went on a blind date. People make fun of me. They make fun of me. I went on a blind date and I made believe I was blind.
Yeah.
Because I heard rumors that this other person was not, and I made believe I was blind. And they were right. She was not ugly on the outside, she was ugly on the inside. That was my biggest problem.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
the
got
worst
the hell
part.
out of there, and
Yeah.
she to today probably still thinks I'm blind.
Yeah, that wasn't so nice that you did that.
But she did that catfish thing. She was a tuna fish.
He did the catfish.
Forget about
I've never
catfish.
catfished. I've
She was
never
a-
catfished anyone. But
She was a tuna fish. It's ridiculous. She didn't look anything like the picture.
Love and dating
Oh,
advice.
my
I don't
God.
know. It's not easy.
Not good.
I don't know how people find relationships now. You've been out to Crazy Uncle Mike's a lot. Are people meeting there?
Yeah. Yeah, well, they have we had our own table. Everybody has their own tables, and even at the bar, they have tables, and they're separated, so you're not on top of other people. And they don't really have people out dancing in the middle of the dance floor. You're kind of dancing around your own table with your own friends, and yeah.
You went for his 2-year anniversary party, I saw.
I did.
How was it?
It was amazing. You know, Crazy Train is like the best band. I
So
love them
good.
so
Love
much.
them.
Yeah, I love
So
them.
good.
And we went for Martin's birthday, and we went, yeah.
They're using your 2.0 to clean everything down.
Mhm.
And then we didn't tell them we're opening it back up for you to go in there.
Yeah,
We
the
can do it in there.
hydrochloric acid.
Now, the other thing I wanted to ask, a new tactic in meeting people, right? Somebody told me they go to a place, they have a table on the side, and you meet somebody and you want to buy them a drink. He says, can I buy you a drink? And we sit at my table. You got to get a table, you cheapskate.
Do you remember we used to have a table at Maggiano's?
No, but what tactic? Who is telling you these tactics?
So that you get away from the bar, you go sit at the table,
I need to sign
away
up.
from everybody at the bar.
Got
what did
you.
I tell you? When people drink, what happens?
They get too touchy. I know. They get too
touchy-feely,
touchy.
right?
Yeah. There was this one guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he got too touchy. They had to kick him out.
But this is the
I don't know if
problem
you've seen
when
him,
people
Serge.
drink
They
and
had
they
to
let
kick him
loose.
out.
This is
Yeah,
why
that's a
her
Arabian
drink is
guy.
better for
I
you
ain't
to
seen
begin
it.
with.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they don't get touchy-feely. But if you have a little table and you go up and say, listen, let's go. I mean, is that more safe than staying at the bar? Is that better?
Well, I don't know. I think they've opened up a lot of Palm Beach County, but Boca Raton, they're not ready to just open up a bar where you can just go sit at the bar next to people. They haven't done that yet.
Really?
You know, yeah.
I didn't know
Or the governor has opened the county, but or all the counties, but Palm Beach County, the mayor is a little
they're
bit different.
separating people at the bar?
So what they've done is they've taken small tables and put them up against the bar. So you get 2 or
Gotcha.
3 people at a table, but then there's so many feet between the tables.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody's trying to do their part.
that.
You know, they have to be open. They have to be able to make money. People have to be able to have a little bit of fun. That's really important right now.
It's it's really important, and that's the hard thing is.
Yes.
Some people are out having tons of fun, and they're like, the virus, I'm done, I'm good, I'm done. Whatever your feeling is, they're out having fun. And then there's people that are afraid to go out because of the virus. And then there's a few scatterings in the middle. I haven't seen a whole bunch in the middle. I usually see they're opposites. And it's really hard when you're being so protective to go out and have fun because you're so fearful of what if, and what if I get sick, and then what if you recover? Great, we hope everyone does, but then what if I give it to somebody else? And there's this underlying fear that if we can get out of the self-talk, how do we change that mindset in our heads?
Well, first of all, that fear is more dangerous than the virus. The fear will make you
There we
sick
go.
whether you get the virus or not. If you're that fearful and you get the virus, it makes things even worse. It depresses your immune system.
Bright money.
I was gonna say, it shuts your immune system down for about 4 hours, 6 hours. So imagine
Yes.
you're in that state of fear, and
Yeah.
then you're going out, your immune system is shut off, and
Yeah.
then now you're more exposed or more prone to it.
Yeah, your nervous system is out of whack. Your immune system's completely out of whack. Yeah,
And
it
if you're
makes you more
consistently,
vulnerable.
Consuming the news and what's going on around you, what happens? You never get out of that state of fear. So this is where disease comes about because your body is at ease. Your body's not at ease.
Exactly.
You're not able to go about life as
Exactly.
you're supposed to. You're more in that stressful environment and cringing.
Yes.
The rest of your body's cringing, so it's not working as optimal performance.
Yeah, the trick is really to be at peace with whatever you decide to do and whatever is
Exactly.
good for you, and be at peace with it. Don't isolate yourself and then be depressed and stressed out and all that. If you're going to isolate yourself because you think that's the right thing to do, then be at peace about it, feel good about it, feel confident. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks.
Yes.
You need to do what's best for you. Someone like me, I've been going out, I've been working, I've been seeing clients from day one. There have been people in my place. Do I work differently? Yes. The door's locked. I work by appointment. I don't have an assistant working with me. I'll wear a mask.
Yeah.
If they choose to wear a mask, if they don't, I'm fine with that. You know,
Yes.
I'm trying to do my part like everybody else, but I feel very at peace with the way that I'm living my life right now.
Yeah, really, that's why relationships are so important. 'Cause you're
Abby, do we have you?
Hold on one second.
Oh, there she is.
Hey.
awesome.
Couple of things.
What up, girl?
There's a couple of things I was just informed.
We were informed that News Channel 5 is outside. They want to come in and cover our show. So if News Channel 5 reporter walks in right now, you will understand why. We don't know why they're here.
So the question is, do we put on the mask?
That's what I was just thinking. I was like,
So everybody have
recorded and not have masks
Well, we are on air, so do what works for all of you.
I have a mask.
You know, everyone
Do you
do
have
what
one?
works.
I have one.
I have a couple.
It's whatever you want.
It's whatever we
I-
want.
I-
It's
I-
whatever
As long
you
as
want.
they see that we have it.
Well, the bottom line, the reason that I'm saying this, I'm
No,
saying
we
it
have
on
to
the air is because I don't want them to think that this is, people coming here wearing no mask. The kids always have their mask on. if you look
Exactly.
around.
We all walked in with masks on. We all walked in with
And
masks
they're
on.
probably looking for a different show anyway.
I feel like if
probably
you
not.
can go to a restaurant and take it off to eat, it's basically the same thing. We're talking, so it's off. Yeah, a little hang.
That's called the earring.
Yeah, I never understood that. All right, so we got Dear Abby on the air, and we got some questions for you. And some of these questions,
Fire
Dear
away.
Abby, they get a little complicated. So don't get mad at the messenger. Just
Not
get
at
mad
all.
Slick.
All right, we got a hold.
Bring it on. Bring it
Slick,
on.
You got your mic?
Yes, most definitely.
All right, so here's question number 1. But first, I want to congratulate you because these segments, you've loved them so much. We're creating your own show to air on Fridays at 11 o'clock in the morning, Eastern Time. Abby is on Central Time. And what is the premise and the purpose of the Ask Dear Abby show?
Well, thank you. I want to show my gratitude to Dawn, Freddie, and the amazing crew, the Brooklyn Cafe TV and AMP Media Productions, for your generosity, your kindness, and giving me the opportunity to express my passion for love on your platform. Dawn, what was the question again, please?
The premise of your show. Why the Ask
Yes.
Dear Abby show?
Yes, the premise of the Ask Dear Abby show is to empower single women and men to unapologetically own their identities and grow in self-love. In order for you to find a soulmate that is worthy of you, that is deserving of you, you must first of all love, accept, and embrace yourself for your nuances, your imperfections, the good sides of you, as well as the not so perfect sides of you. And when you first love and embrace yourself, you open yourself up to being attracted to people who are like-minded. And you eventually will find your soulmate, because once you embrace and love yourself, the universe starts conspiring to bless you and starts attracting you, and you become attractive to people who are like-minded, people who love, accept, and embrace themselves just like you. And before you know it, you will find your soulmate. It's just a matter of time.
I love that the universe is conspiring to bring you greatness and abundance. It's such
Yes.
an alignment with everything that you all talked about, Tracy and Dawn. That's the beautiful thing. It's the mindset of how do we do that.
I have a
Yes.
question.
Yes, go ahead, Freddie.
It is. You say people that are close together ends up being a. I'm just the opposite. I like the separation. I like the one that's anti me, because I don't want to date me. You got to be nuts to date me. I tell you that right now. I want the
Well,
opposite.
I'll tell you, Freddie, when I say that you attract people who are like-minded, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're a clone of you. No, I don't mean that by
Hey,
any
can you
means.
imagine?
You scared me.
my-
I almost lost a heartbeat.
Yeah,
All right, I want to get into these questions because I'm biting at the bit.
Yes. For instance, my husband is not like me in many regards. We're almost polar opposites in the sense that he's very calm, he's very collected, he's very strategic, and I am more over the top, vavavoom, vivacious.
Ba-ba-boom.
But we both are in
Ba-ba-boom.
tune spiritually, and so we are a perfect match for each other.
Ba-boom.
Right, here's question number 1. Is it okay to ask someone out while you're working with them?
It depends. It depends. If you're in an environment that supports interdating and intermingling in that sense, then okay, that's fine. But if you're in an environment that doesn't necessarily, that somewhat frowns on that because of the complications that might come with a potential fallout, if there is a fallout of the relationship, then it's good to kind of like respect the culture of your working environment, so it depends. There's no right or wrong answer to that. It just depends on what environment you find yourself in.
So if the environment doesn't allow you to do it, you shouldn't sneak around to do it.
I don't think you should. Either maybe one, and obviously, if you feel that the connection is so deep and so authentic, then maybe somebody should resign. I know it seems like a lot.
Resign?
But yes, if you feel this love and this connection is so deep and authentic, then one of you has to take the bullet of potentially resigning from that job so
That's
that
a
it
good
doesn't
example. The bullet, Abby, taking a resign.
From their job.
Resign.
Crazy.
I'm gonna
right?
stop making money because I love you.
You're not doing it, huh?
No, resign.
Go broke for love.
Let her get another job. Go get another job.
All right,
Wow,
some of these are tough, you guys, that people wrote in. I don't know, Abby. These are really tough ones.
Bring them on. Bring them on. I'm ready.
What do you do if your best friend's significant other
doing
starts hitting on you?
If your best friend's significant other, I don't understand that. Is the person your best friend or your significant other?
Perfect.
You know.
Oh, that's a
that
good
question is a
question.
bit- yeah, that's
it
a bit.
says if your best friend's significant other.
Oh, your best friend's significant other. Okay, gotcha. If your best friend's significant other starts hitting on you, then I feel that you, as the loyal friend, should inform your best friend that, hey, this is what is happening. Are you aware of it? You know, because that's an integrity issue right there. That's an integrity issue, and we don't want to meddle in relationships and liaisons that are founded on dishonesty and sneakiness. That's not, you're not helping yourself if you go into a relationship that way, with that sort of questionable scenario.
Well, here's one of Freddie's favorites.
I can't wait to hear it.
Supposed to be anonymous.
Well,
thanks a lot, Dawn.
this one, it wasn't from Freddie, but one of his
That's my
favorite
cousin
questions.
Freddie.
Or maybe it was Slick. I'm not sure. You guys are like embarrassing
Oh,
me.
that's a good one. Maybe it was Slick.
When,
Yeah, it was Slick.
when is the right time to buy someone sexy panties?
I didn't say that. I never said that.
I didn't say you said. I said it was your favorite.
And the question, that wasn't the question. The second date, is it too early to buy the sexy panties? That other thing, I don't know where she came up with.
On the second date, yeah, it's too soon. It's too soon. I feel that it's best once you guys are already boyfriend and girlfriend and you are well on that path to having very similar, likes, and you both are really going deep in the relationship. Then you can get the sexy panties, but not on the second date. The second date is too soon. Come on.
And it wasn't sexy panties, it was lingerie.
Well, actually, it says
No, they're
undies.
the
So
same thing.
this is the game of telephone because
It was
it
undies.
all
Too hard.
changed by
Lingerie.
the time it got written
No,
down.
panties just sounds so, it sounds a little too strong. But there was actually somebody that I knew that actually doing this, and I had to fire him, and the whole night it got complicated. But yes, that was a true question, true story.
All right, hang tight. We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, write in or give us a call, 888-994-4995. Slick is ready.
Of course, it's always my question. Hey, why don't you throw me under the bus? Abby, I take the fifth. I don't have nothing to do with this.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
AskDearAbby.com. Dear Abby is a life coaching company that was founded by Abby Awotasu. At Dear Abby, we believe in empowering single women to unapologetically own their identities and grow in self-love. We know that in order for you to find true meaningful, lasting love, you must first love and fully embrace yourself, flaws and all. Contact us today at askdearabby.com for your personalized coaching session that will get you on the path to ultimately finding your soulmate. And follow Dear Abby on social media at Ask Dear Abby on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke? If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. Okay, where's Dear Abby? We got a question from the audience here. Abby, where are you?
There she is.
Ah, there you is. Okay, Dawn, go ahead. Ask your question.
Okay, I do have a question. When you have an illness that is terminal, my biggest problem is I don't date a whole lot because it's hard to know, is the guy worthy of even trying to explain your circumstance? So I struggle, which is why I just kind of don't do it at all. Like, when do you bring it up? Because it's not like my illness is simple that I can say I've got a flu, it's going to be over. But yet I don't want to be so dramatic, you know what I mean? So,
Yes, yes. Well, I would say that open yourself up to dating. Open yourself up. Do not be afraid to go into the dating scene. And as you date somebody and as you get closer, as you guys come closer and get more intimate spiritually, emotionally, psychologically in that dating scene, they will get to a point where you will feel comfortable expressing that very intimate part of you, that story of your illness. But do not be afraid to open up.
okay, so you don't think I need to say anything like at the first
At
meeting?
no. The first few meetings, don't talk about your illness.
Okay.
Just watch the guy's body language. See if you guys are syncing spiritually, and as the relationship progresses, you'll get to a point where you're comfortable enough to express that truth about your sickness and your health.
Okay.
Good question.
Yeah, because I always feel like I'm being dishonest. You know
No,
what I mean?
no.
They like you.
You're
and
not
it's
being
like, oh, wait, I have this
dishonest.
one little caveat.
How
That's
many
not
years
gonna
ago were you
change.
diagnosed?
Well, I was diagnosed when I was 40, so that's 9 years ago. Yeah.
She's going to be around another 25
And
years.
look at you.
Yeah.
Pretty
well,
spectacular.
they almost lost me this past June, so yeah, so it's kind of crazy that I'm sitting here, but yeah.
Well, you're sitting next to the best person.
I know,
Tracy, I
right?
couldn't plan this better if we
There's
even
a lot of
tried.
synergy
I know,
here.
see? Right? We could never have, but you know this is what happens with us.
Yeah.
And now that we get to open up and have people in, it gets to happen again. All right, what's the next question? You guys have a question back there in dating advice? Serge? Slick?
Oh.
Uh-oh, Pierre's got
That
a
one.
question.
I'm like, I'll
Pierre.
go deep if y'all want me to.
Everybody, put your kids away. It's Pierre in the house.
Rotate the seat. Come on.
All right. There's a
Hi,
lot of single
Pierre.
parents. Oh, hey, Abby, how's it going?
It's going well, thank you.
All right, now to my question. There's a lot of single parents out there that want to get to the dating market. So, what's the best way for them to proceed while still making sure their children are safe?
Yes. You have to be able to balance your life. You have to find a way of balancing your life. Can you get a babysitter when you want to go on a date? Can you get maybe a relative, a close friend to maybe watch the kids while you go on a date? It's all about knowing how to multitask and manage your time better. You know, because you have children and you're a single parent, it's not a death sentence. It doesn't mean that you are banished from the dating scene for life. No. Just learn how to balance your time and manage your time better, and get some help. Get help from family, get help from friends. Ask somebody to babysit your kids for an evening while you go on a date. You can balance it.
All right, then. Not
Good
bad.
answer.
Not bad.
I got one for you. How do you handle rejection? Because you get bombarded with the friendship-itis. Women have this word called, I just want to be friends.
When you're friendship zoned,
You're in the friendship zone, friendship-itis.
Friend zone's a myth.
I got other names for it. How do you handle that rejection without going into the tank, I guess the press, without becoming depressed?
Yes. Well, rejection is not a nice word, and it's not a nice. The feeling that comes with it is also very not nice. So I totally understand how you can feel a bit let down when you are rejected by a woman who uses the F word to define the relationship moving forward. But what you need to do is, anytime you get rejected, just keep on going. Never give up. It sounds cliche, but it's the truth. Never give up. If that woman is not interested in you, on to the next. On to the next. But don't get discouraged because a woman rejected you. Just know that, okay, she's not for me. And that even makes things easier, because now you're weeding out the people that are not for you. And you're giving yourself space and the opportunity to meet the one who is for you.
Gotcha.
So keep on going.
So
Don't
you
give up.
don't stay there and continue to try to make this work.
But
'cause it ain't
what
gonna work.
if-
You just gotta
No,
go.
don't stay there.
But what
Let
if
it go.
the dynamic?
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
But what if the dynamic, there is an attraction there? Like, I would not say like in your case, Abby, but there is an attraction there. Is there, like, should you pursue it or just remain
If
friends
there
with
is
the
an
girl?
attraction there on her part, on her end, but she keeps giving you the F word, the friend word, then she's confused. She's confused, and I would advise that you move on, because she obviously is in a confused state of mind, and you don't want to bring that unnecessary emotional yo-yoing in your life. You want to be with somebody who knows what she wants and knows that she wants you.
But Abby, aren't most women, if not all of them, always confused? They want what they want, and they want to change it to what they want, or they don't get what they want, they still want what they want.
we want what we want.
Isn't it true? Women have a certain way. This is what I want. I may take a little less, but this is what I want. Women love to change men. True?
No, you can't. Can you change your partner?
No, you can't.
But you can try. And women try all the time.
Or you could try die.
You can try.
It's
you
not
try,
ideal.
And you
Trying is
try.
not ideal.
It's not a good idea, right? You should take
Not a
them
good
as they are. If
Take
you
them as
marry
they
a
are.
mess, then a mess you shall be. That's all. Well, what
That's the
happens if, Abby, what happens if you meet somebody and people are constantly changing? You know, it's like a record player and you're turning the volume, people change. So they used to make their bed, they don't make their bed no more. They used to make dinner, they don't do that either. They don't even say hello in the morning because they've become grumpy with all the work and everything else. Do you love them less? Do you stop loving
No,
them?
you don't. You don't. You inspire them. You inspire them to do the right thing by you doing the right thing. You know, there's a saying that says, don't look for the one, become the one. You know, when you become the thing that you are seeking, you will attract it into your life. And if you've attracted a partner into your life and maybe your partner has started slacking off a little, don't nag. Just become that thing that you are seeking for in your partner. So if you're seeking for somebody who is accountable, somebody who is responsible, somebody who knows how to make their bed in the morning, who knows how to take out the trash when it's supposed to be taken out, and they start slacking off a bit, don't nag. Just show by example, lead by example, and show them the right thing to do. And before you know it, they'll be inspired by your example and they'll get back on the right track.
Wow.
Become that which you are seeking.
I kind of like that. Can we put that on like a billboard or a shirt or something?
Yes.
I kind of like that. There's always a chance.
Yes. Yes.
Always a chance.
The land of opportunity.
You ever meet somebody who you say, wow, this is wonderful, or she's delicious, or whatever, and then you know what I mean?
Delicious,
She's
best word.
scrumptially delicious. And I gotta have this woman. And then when you have her, you say, what the hell was I thinking? I mean, it happens. It happens,
Like the
right?
mystery box of chocolates.
Yeah, you open it up, you get nothing but thorns.
You don't know what you're getting.
All that glitters isn't gold. All that glitters isn't gold.
True that. The good,
Yeah.
the bad, the ugly.
But that's what a relationship is. Nobody ever said you're going to get into the perfect relationship. That doesn't exist. If you don't expect to have bumps and bruises in any relationship, then don't have any.
But that's why it's so important for you yourself as you're coming into a relationship to be so happy and content with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to ask yourself, am I really, I was going to cuss again. Am I really mad that he's leaving his socks all over the floor? Or is it that I'm frustrated that I can't get my own business together?
There we go.
Yes.
And it's funny because I leave my socks all over the place. But I like to do the sock dance. You know,
But see, my
it's-
point is she might not care. If she was so happy and content with herself, she'd probably look at
Yeah.
those socks and be like, oh, it's Freddie again.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Because she's so
Exactly.
content with herself.
in my
True.
life, people put on 2 different color shoes to see if I
Teddy?
notice. True story. To see if I notice. And I say, wow, those are the greatest shoes I've ever seen.
Exactly.
Because I figure it's the best way to go.
Unconditional love. It's the most freeing thing in the world.
Unconditional
I gotta order
love.
more.
Abby, is there such a thing as unconditional love? If you think about it, are there no conditions to loving
Well,
someone?
There is such a thing as unconditional love. It's a bit difficult for us humans to practice it. It's easier to view unconditional love from the relationship of us human beings in relation to a deity, such as God, you know. But we as human beings should try to have unconditional love. It's tough, but we can, once we start to emulate our maker, our creator, because he is unconditional, he or she is unconditional. And once we start to emulate our creator, we too can learn unconditional love towards each other and our partners.
I guess you're right, because your children, you love them unconditionally, right?
Yes.
I mean, you could be dragging your son or daughter to jail and he says, I love her, she's innocent, and whatever. I guess it does exist. That was a bad question. All right, good.
Well, it's just it exists with your partner.
Huh?
Even if they're guilty, you love them
Just
too.
love them a little less. If you know what I mean. I love them coming
I
in.
hope not.
Well, that's another show we should have. We should have a healing moment to love them unconditionally. But it's interesting because it just when you were talking, it occurred to me, you love your kids that way, or you should anyway. You
Yes.
should anyway.
Get out of my head.
But the thing about loving people, when you first meet somebody, do you think, wow, this is going to be forever? Whether forever is 1 month or 70 years. Are you meeting somebody for the long term? Or are you meeting somebody to say, okay, I'll see you next Tuesday. I got to go see Wednesday.
What's your intentions behind it?
Well,
How about just being present in the moment?
Yes.
That's the best thing to do.
Moment by moment.
See, the millennials are learning present in the moment because the long-term commitment is more difficult because I keep saying it's a business. There's money involved. There's money in the table. Sustainability comes with work and what you're going to do to pay your bills and everything else. Because if you ain't got that covered, you're going to have a hard time meeting anybody. I mean, you could date FPL, but that ain't going to take you too far.
No.
Right?
Relationships are like a business. It's all about marketing and innovation, right?
Oh.
And holding
Wow.
Yes.
that up
Right on
and
point.
Wow.
treating your relationship the last 3 months of the year just like you did the first 3 months of the relationship, right?
And you have to set goals and make sure that that person is on the same goal wavelength as well.
But what if they give you the yes
Consistency.
syndrome?
Believe me, I've had men that have
They
given
say
me,
that,
I
right?
had a guy that gave me an entire career because he was trying to keep up with all that I had done. And then I later found out he like washed dishes. And I said, you know, it's sad because you were such a nice guy. The fact that you washed the dishes or whatever while you were trying to go through college probably wouldn't have bothered me. But the fact that you lied about it is why I can't be with you, because that's character and integrity.
But then do you let a guy take all the truth and nothing but the truth? Is it okay? Can they do that? Do they have the confidence to tell you that?
No.
And there you have it. This is why guys lie.
I don't know why guys lie. I got it.
There's the answer.
I know. It's just
Fear.
Just be upfront and tell the
Fear is the
truth.
reason
Because
why.
would you have dated me if you had? And that's coming from, I had a different upbringing than
Yeah.
a
How long
lot
were
of
you
It's the
with him?
paradigm that the person's
We were probably together like 6 months before I had found out, but I'd been on my own since 16. So I try to tell people, well, most people were going to 4-year colleges. I didn't have that opportunity. I was modeling in New York. I was doing different things that took me in a different path. That's the only reason that I acquired what I did. But for men, a lot of times they feel like, well, if I don't have the same resume as she does, they feel, I don't want to use the word
Inferior.
intimidated.
I won't say insecure.
I don't want to say insecure.
There ain't
I'll
nothing
be straight
worse.
up.
That's what I
There
find.
ain't nothing
Yeah.
worse
That's
than
what
to
it is.
watch a man put his tail between his legs. Because this is
And
what
yes.
They
happens.
feel unqualified.
And it's funny because we talk about this all the time. And I says, instead of chasing to compete,
Exactly.
just accept people for who they are.
Just
But
be
even when I
yourself.
said to him, he said, well, look at it this way. I got 6 months out of you. So that's how he
Yeah,
looked
but that's
at
a
it.
defensive
Wow.
mechanism.
Wow.
I was like,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
true that.
He
Hey,
hit the
the thing
friendship
is-
mode.
Still in
I
You
can
know,
forgive
rejection's not
you.
easy.
I can forgive you for almost anything. I cannot forgive you for lying to me because if you can't
What
trust
about a
someone,
white lie? Abby, white lie, help me here, Abby. What about a white lie? And I don't want to hurt your feelings, so I
Again,
tell you
motive. What was the motive for the white lie?
not to hurt your feelings.
There's a song that I love,
Fear.
and it talks about how the lyrics of the song. There's a part of the song that says, "I will lie for you, but I will not lie to you."
There you go.
I like that.
That's a good one.
I
That's
like
a white
So-
lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a white lie. You can lie for your partner, for your love.
I like that.
But I will not advise you to lie to your partner. So there's a difference
That's
there.
a good saying.
Yeah.
You got that, Slick? I hope you learn that line. You can use that line
What line?
He wasn't paying attention.
I'll
He's taking
lie
notes.
for you, but I won't lie to you.
when you meet
Yes.
somebody for the first time. He says, "I just want to be honest with you," and you lay that line on him, and you do it with sincerity.
Oh, Freddie.
Oh, Freddie.
He's trying to be the magi to my life. You
I'm
know?
not being a magi.
He has to lay down the
I don't even know what a freaking magi is.
Like, you
Or
know,
I'm
the
trying to help you
successor,
out
the
here.
sensei to my life, basically.
You know, Abby, when he
Yes.
first came in here, I asked him, "Did you get digits?" And he says, "What is that?" Right there. There's the whole
Wow.
conversation.
No, because
That's
we're in
funny.
quarantine. 2020 has been a weird year. You really can't walk up the same way you walk
For
up.
Christmas, we're all going to get a T-shirt that says "I survived."
Yes, most definitely.
2020, yeah,
2020
most
survived.
definitely.
Yes.
Abby,
Oh,
I can't
boy.
wait till Friday.
I can't wait either. I'm super duper excited.
So we're going to do it a little different. We're going to have male and female questions on her show,
Yes.
Ask Dear Abby, Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If people want to write in or have the questions ahead of time, they can find you on social media.
Yes, you can find me at askdearabby.com. Abby is spelled ABI. Or you can follow me, send me a DM on my Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook accounts, and they're all at Ask Dear Abby.
And all those books I saw you post on Facebook, did you really
Yes.
read all of those books?
I will read them one by one. I won't read them all at the same time.
Pretty
She
impressive.
didn't do it, Freddie.
But yes, I love to read.
Abby, we're also going to ask people on our show that airs 5 days a week to write questions in as well so that we can have questions for you ready to go. 'Cause,
Sounds amazing.
I got a lot of friends that are watching all of a sudden the show now. And some of these questions you heard today, it's from them. It's not from me. These are coming from them, and they heard the stories. So,
Nice.
Awesome, Abby. Thank you so much. More to come. Stay
Thank
safe.
you so much. Thank you.
And there you have it, dear Abby. You see, you can always write in a question. You can have whoever you're dating write in a question. Okay, how do I know if I'm getting to where I need to go here? And the question and answer will probably be probably not. Nope.
It's always different from a guy's point of view.
Yes, because we have to do it's changed. The guys, I can't say, are the hunters anymore. Women are beginning to come up to women, are coming up to guys and say, "Can I buy you a drink?" And they're the ones that, women always control the flow. Can we agree on that? Who got the upper hand, a man or a woman?
Depends.
Woman?
But I don't think a woman should. You're young. I don't think a woman should ask a man out. I think it goes.
No, you're old fashioned.
I pursued my boyfriend. I went right in for the first move, and now
That's
we've
the
been
new
together
move.
for 4 years. And I
Yes,
think
it's a
like,
different time.
yeah, I think I don't know. For me, it's as I grew older, as I grew older, what I wanted for myself changed. And, when I saw something that I wanted, I went for it. And, I've never done something like that in my life. And that's, big for me. So I always say, like, we were meant to be. Look, I went after you.
And if
like,
you
here
don't
we
mind,
are,
If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 28.
28.
28, yes.
Okay. And it's kind of funny.
That's why I call her young, because I'm 49. So.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
I'm
definitely
58,
different.
so I call you young. You got to count about 4 different changes. Your life will change in the
Yeah.
next 5, 10 years. Yeah. Well, now it's 5 because of the virus.
But you
Because
get
of
an
the virus.
A++ for confidence, because really, I work with a lot of kids, teenagers and young adults, and confidence is really an issue. So that's great.
I try. Took a lot of work to get here, but
28. You're doing it. She's doing it.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
28 confidence. And
Yeah,
then you got
confidence,
one here who's a world beater.
Clarity creates the
It's
confidence, and the
interesting. Have you
confidence
written
creates
any
the
books,
action.
Dawn?
And then just like she did, get the result you're looking for.
That's right. Law of attraction.
But have you written it?
Action is what's missing.
Exactly.
Are you going to write one? Yeah, you're going to write one. I know you are. I know you're going to write one.
You see my Facebook and my Instagram. It's like I have a lot of things, but because of my health, I have to be very selective with how much I take on at any given time.
A lot of the things that you do have become very complicated in terms of understanding because you're everywhere. And you can see one thing one day, and the next thing you see another thing. People, you put something with my picture at the bottom, and everybody, Dawn sends it to everybody. What is this? I go, I have no idea. And it was the thing you sent, and that was. But I got to tell you something. You're very creative, and you bring a point across. And I said this to her when I first met her, because I said I'm not a creepy person, but there are in this business you run across people who can hit that high note. Remember we had that conversation? We were driving up to iHeart.
Yep.
And you hit a high note and you don't realize it. That sometimes your calling is upon you, and you don't realize that it's there. And everybody's saying you should do this. What are you waiting for? You should have done this 10 years ago. Can you imagine what would have happened then? Well, you know what I mean. Right after that.
But
Right
because of that, it's why she's here today.
Huh?
The way she's here, how she shows up in the world now.
Everybody thought it was crazy. You want to learn detachment? Watch the monks create a mandala. It takes them over 3 hours, and then we had to do a ceremony where they walk it all the way down to the river. And I had no idea what this was all about. I was new to this whole. I thought crystals were just sparkly, my corporate background, and they literally set it out to be released. And I'm like, wait, that thing is so gorgeous. What do you? And I'm like, what are you doing? This thing is so gorgeous. We just spent 3 hours watching them. I have pictures on my Facebook. They're meticulously like this, putting the sand, creating little monks on this platform that was no lie. It probably was 4 feet by 8 feet. That's how long. And there's about 10 or 12 monks that sit around and do it. It's to teach you patience and detachment. And when we walk it down, they do this whole chant thing, we meditate, and then they release it. And I bawled my eyes out. And I realized in that moment, I bawled my eyes out because I never learned what detachment was.
Did you learn the patience?
I'm still working on that. That's my Latin type A personality. I am the bull. I am the china shop. So I still have to work on that a little bit. But it definitely helped me to be humble and appreciative, be in the now. I had to read a lot of books about it, but yes.
You hang around in here, you get the now, the then, and the tomorrow all at once.
That's
Man,
it.
yeah.
That's it.
Patience is a blessing. And
Well, the monks say patience gives the greatest rewards, but it's the hardest to learn.
You're probably one of those patient people I know.
My life has been a whole lot of ride.
Oh, you're very
A
patient.
whole lot of ride. I'm going to write my book and change the names to protect the innocent. But you know what I love about what we do is that you get to see things unfold. I mean, I fool around with Slick a lot, and I'm always kidding with him and everything else. When I first met Slick, he was very quiet, quietest guy in the room. Now, everybody knows Slick.
He's Slick.
Everybody knows him.
No one even knows your real name. He
Nobody
went to
even
pick that
knows
stuff
his
up
real name.
today, and Steve goes, wait. He went to put Slick down for the pickup today. I'm like, no, that's not going to work.
They think you were in to get the gubba. They think your name is Slick.
Yeah.
He's going to keep it. Well, thank you all so much for a great, wonderful Wednesday, a Wellness Wednesday. Contact Tracy at Healing Moments, and she will help everyone elevate to the space where you need to be in. The phone number is?
561-931-2187.
And Instagram, social media.
Yes, Kava Sutra Kava Bar on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're there.
And the closest one is in Delray?
Yep, Delray on West Atlantic on the corner of Congress and Atlantic Avenue.
And Tracy, you're right down the block, right?
32nd Street and Federal Highway, right
And
around
you
the
got to
corner.
set up an appointment, you got to call.
Just
and
call.
do not go stand in front of the door and knock and say, well, I was passing by. Don't do that. Because they're not going to let you in.
Just give her a call or find her all over social media. Have a great day, everyone. Ask Dear Abby coming back on Friday.
Don't be late.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
Sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all. Sweeping me away like an listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors.